Decoding the matrix, or just knowing like what's life and what's not life. You know, I mean, it's so complex to decode this saying of decoding the matrix, but just knowing that you can live the life you want to live regardless of what society tells you. You know, because I just watched so many interviews and shit, and it just all goes, I interpret it my way and it goes into my mind instead of things like just certain shit, like how the world programs us to think, okay, go to school, graduate, get a job, have kids, raise your kids.
Retire.
Yeah, work 40, work 40 years, live the last 10, 15 how you want.
Like, why?
That's not life.
It's not at all.
That's not life.
It's not.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and that's one of the things, you gotta decode the matrix and be like, okay, what can I do? Let me spend time and shit. Let me concentrate my energy to manifest the life I want to live. If someone want to be a videographer, you don't need to be listening to the next motherfucker telling you to go to school to be this, and that.
Yeah.
If you feel like you want to be a videographer, you need to live the life of a videographer. And if that's okay, fuck it, I'm gonna just be a video. I'm gonna throw this shit on the line and just go to Cali and try to connect. You gotta you gotta go through that grind. I feel like that's decoding the matrix. Whatever you want to do, live the life of what you want to do. Don't live the life society tells you to live.
Yeah, and that brings up what we were talking about earlier with the 9 to 5, working at 9 to 5 and being able to understand, okay, maybe this might fit for other people, but it doesn't fit for me necessarily.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think a big part of that is, right now, since we're still young, we don't have the responsibilities that maybe some other people have, which forced them to be in that situation. And I don't think people understand that.
Yeah, definitely, like, cause you gotta look at it, man. Once you start working a 9 to, like, cause I didn't work some 9 to 5s, you know, I done been in some factories working some hours, shit, you know, I done been through it. But it's always one of them things, you gotta look at it through two perspectives. You gotta look at it, I'm doing what I gotta do now so I can do what I wanna do later. If you working a 9 to 5 and you don't have the epiphany to be like, I can't do this forever, know what's your reasoning. Know, okay, I'm working this 9 to 5 so I can get my ducks in a row, stack my money financially so I can buy that new camera, or I can buy that. So it's not one of those things, but if you start working a 9 to 5 and you never get that sense of, okay, what's the end goal? You caught in the matrix. At that point, you're gonna look up, okay, 10 years went by, 15 years went by. You're gonna look up like, damn, what I could have been.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even saying 9 to 5s are bad.
Yeah, because for some people, cause you gotta look at it, everybody's not a creative and everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, they working a 9 to 5, provide for their folks. You know, you feel me? Like, ain't nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. But that's why I say it all goes back to you knowing.
Yeah.
If you know that that's not your life, why do that? Because some people, they never have the flash. They just see like, I'm working my job. You know, I'm going to get my week of vacation and go right back to this bitch. You know, nothing. I didn't want to sound so condescending by saying it. But you know, they don't see anything wrong rather than the next man just in that whole like, fuck, bro, I can't do this.
I can't do it.
If you feel like you can't do this, that's not where you need to be.
There's more to life, way more to life.
Yeah.
Than what it is, man.
Yeah, that's not, if you have that epiphany and you have that conscious to be like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
And like what I was saying with, especially to a lot of young people right now, we do have the ability, because you don't have, or you may, but there are people who do not have the responsibilities that some people have, that ties them down to be in that position. So I think right now is probably the best time for you to go after what you're passionate about. Yeah, because being stuck, man, working a 9 to 5, you feel like a goddamn robot, man.
Yeah, it is robot.
Clock in, clock out.
Yeah.
Clock in, clock out. 5 days. What the hell?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, and then you do your 8 hours. You fucking tired. Fuck it. Like, a spade is a spade. You're fucking tired, bro. You gotta be in that whole 9 to 5. if you, whatever you do on the side, bro, you like, fuck, I'm drained, I'm tired. Bro, and that's part of the matrix. You're making these corporations money. You living a dream. Think about it like that. Think once you wrap your mind around it like that. Okay, here's one motherfucker that's up here that's like, I got all the, I'm gonna have motherfuckers work for me. That's his dream. By you coming in there, you're living his dream.
Yeah.
What's your dream?
Honestly, what's your dream?
What's your dream? Ask yourself, what do I want to do? And not even on a creative, on a creative tip. Fuck that shit. If you want to be a chef, manifest that shit. I need to go to culinary school. If you want to be a firefighter, it's not about like I don't want to just tailor this shit to such a creative from a creative. I want to everybody, whatever the fuck you want to do, man, you got to manifest that, bro. If you want to be a chef, go to culinary school.
Yeah.
Why don't listen to society and do what they want you to do? If you feel like if you got that burning desire in your heart to be a chef, go to culinary school. Don't do what they want you to do. Like society, like get a high-paying job, all of this shit. Do your calling. I feel like once you follow your calling. Oh, we good on time?
No, let's keep going.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna get passionate, man. But I feel like when you follow your calling, your calling, that's when everything will manifest.
Yeah, but how do you even know what that is?
Your calling?
Like, is it trial and error? I think like we were talking about earlier, some people just know. And that might just be a blessing, that might be a gift, I don't know, but some people just know. Like I just know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
It's not what I'm currently doing. But for other people, how do you even put yourself in the mindset or in the mind state to know what's my dream, what's my passion? I talk to a lot of people and I realize whenever we have conversations, that is probably the biggest thing that they're struggling with at the moment. They're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I might know I don't want to do this, but at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I feel like people need to expose themselves to different things. I feel like that's how you will truly find out what you're passionate at. Because if you do one thing forever, you don't know nothing else. You gotta try shit. Like I said, like I kind of have a ballpark of what I want to do. But for someone that don't know what to do, it's just like you gotta, like you said, you gotta know your. Like I kind of don't know what to tell you, but it's there. It's there. And even if what you want to do, if you want to be a boss at a corporation, that's cool. You know what you want to do, now do that shit. It's not gonna always be somebody that want to be like, on this, it could be somebody they just want to. They say they fry cook at McDonald's. They want to own one day. That's what you want to do. Let's get it. Like real shit, cause like everybody's dreams is different. Like if somebody like, you feel me? It's like just work hard. It like cause somebody's dream could simply to be like, okay, I'm the bottom of the barrel. I want to get to the top of this bitch. Do it. Do it.
So. And like. Yeah, but that makes me also think about the people you surround yourself with and how important
let's
that
get
is.
to that.
Yeah, so about that, being selfless and selfish.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that? Selflessness and selfishness.
Okay, being selfless and selfish, okay. I feel that you got to know. Well, let me just say this. Personally, being selfless have way more cons than pros. But we're so programmed, even from a young age, kindergarten, it's all about don't be selfish, give, give, give. If you keep that mentality, you will fuck around and give everything you have away. And not from like possessions, energy, time. You so selfish, you giving it away. Rather, if you're selfish, you protect your essence, you protect your energy. Because when you selfish, everybody can't have your time. You got a value on yourself to be like, I got, I got to get this shit out properly because this is very important. you got to be selfish to protect your essence. Whatever you want to do, you got to be selfish. So if you want to be that videographer, you got to be selfish with your time. You got to be selfish with who you give your time, because you're going to look up and be off your purpose. Mm-hmm. But when you selfless, I do this for you, I do this for you. What are you doing for yourself? Yeah. You got to always remember, being selfish is like, you would rather, when you in a fucking, when they say a plane crash, put your shit on first. Yeah. That's what being selfish is. Keep that up. Remember that. If you being selfish and putting this shit on, I think I'm dead. I'm dead. But if you put your own shit on first, I'm serious. I'm dead fucking serious. I'm dead fucking serious. You put your own shit on first, then you're in a position to help somebody else.
No, I think, I
had to learn that the hard way. I had to develop life lessons, but I'm here to give y'all that game now. Work on yourself. Build yourself up that you are able to help somebody.
Yeah, and I also feel like people misconstrue selfishness and selflessness. I think they're one and the same thing, because to be selfish, you're putting yourself in a better position to ultimately help someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to be able to help yourself first. And I think, honestly, that's what separates us from, at least I want to say from developing countries. Yeah. Like families who migrate here, who start a new life for their kids. They have born American kids. And the kids are growing up with a more independent lifestyle, independent mindset, but they're from an era where you have to be like this. Yeah. So they literally cannot see how working for myself will ultimately help all of us. They're saying, no, we got to help all of us now. Yeah. And that's what I think stops a lot of people, or a lot of kids our age, from following or pursuing their dreams and passions, because they're tied to those responsibilities that are put on them by their families to provide at an early age, or go a certain route to make the family happy, because that's what's gonna help the family.
Right. It's so much shit, like, cause even that, for coming from that perspective, like, that is 100% true, but it's also other shit where we be selfless and it's hurting us, like, and I feel like just us being humans, we're all want love, we're creatures of love, passion, companionship. But you got to look at it. Sometimes you could be with somebody that's counteracting against you.
Yeah, man, they're blocking your destiny.
Yeah, they're blocking your destiny, because you got to look at it. Love is cool, but at the end of the day, you got to keep that tunnel vision. And you got to look at it, how much energy goes into a relationship at times. And you got to be able to be strong enough to be like, okay, is this shit helping me get to my end goal? Is it hurting me? Yeah. And I feel like, but that's also a human conflict, because knowing what this is, but yeah, man. But I feel like that's one of those. I feel like everybody that get to the higher purpose see that and understand that, see it, and they peep it, and they see it. Like look at people like Jay-Z. He got Beyonce because he was already on. Like Diddy, J-Lo, all that, he was already on. Don't get me wrong, you gonna find if you find somebody that's riding for you when you just down and out, that's you would know. Every situation is different. But if you with somebody and be like, damn, this person ain't helping me get to my higher purpose, that may not be the person you need to invest time with. Because sometimes what someone else wants will seep into your life. If you know that you want to be the next whatever it is, but this person wants just a white picket fence, you can't let that seep into your life.
Yeah, because now you're compromising.
You're gonna compromise. Love is gonna compromise your vision, and you're gonna look up trying to live through your kids. No, serious, that's how it be. You always hear that story where your dad was gonna be this, and then I met your mama. Or vice versa. I mean, it's real life shit.
No, yeah.
It's real life shit. So sometimes you got to know what you gotta keep that, protecting your essence, being selfish in the sense to be like, yeah, I like you, I love you, but you're not gonna stop me from getting to where I want to go.
Yeah, and I think if it's real, if it's genuine, and if they're the right person for you, they're gonna understand. Yeah, definitely. They should also be feeling the same way. Yeah. It's not, man, I don't even know where to start, but it's two individuals. You are individuals. Yeah. just because you're together doesn't mean you have to follow one game plan. You can both still have the same game plans, have a general game plan for y'all too, obviously. But ultimately, you're both helping each other get to the higher purpose.
Next level,
yeah,
exactly.
Like you're saying. And life gonna tell you, gonna show you for real.
Yeah, life gonna show you some shit.
Yeah, man.
You know, but just remember, I feel like everything reverts back to knowing what you want to do and getting it done.
Yeah, honestly.
Knowing what regardless of love, obstacles, just knowing what you want to do and getting it done, man.
Yeah, so any last words that you want to leave with anyone or to the general population, really? I mean, only probably like 20 people are going to see this video, but to the general population.
To the general population is to anything that you want to do, you can do. You just got to believe that shit and manifest it and believe in yourself, because if you can't believe in yourself, ain't no one else gonna believe in you. So just protect your essence, you know. Believe in yourself. You can manifest anything that you think of. You see this couch? Someone thought about this bitch and manifested it.
No, honestly.
Everything in this fucking world that's tangible, someone seen it and manifested it, and just keep that in mind with your life. Anything that you want, you can achieve it if you really put your mind to it. Law of attraction.
It's really true.
It's real shit.
It's real true,
real shit. Anything that you want, you can. Yeah. I know we gotta wrap this shit up, but put your mind to it and you can have it.
No, I appreciate you being here, Kenyah.
Hey man, I appreciate you, brother, for having me. Thank you.
Definitely, bro. And we both stand up at the same time.
Okay.
Orchestrated.
Okay.
And walk out of frame.
All right, bet. Oh shit! God damn, we gotta redo it.
No, you good.
Okay. All right.
Bring me along. I'm on fire. You get burned. You tried to finesse. It's my turn. Please be warned. This one of one. My bitch so bad. Wrong side of bed. All my friends dead. Heard what I said. My niggas still juke. Anything for bread. They'll go fed before they turn fed. I don't know her name.